Join the international community to create more awareness on safeguarding the rights and privileges of the elderly as the world marks Elder Abuse Awareness Day. Our correspondent reports that the group also used the day to rub minds on how it can report gender-based abuses against the elderly. From different parts of the FCT, these elderly converged to mark this day and make their voices heard. But first, a cup of tea will calm the nerves and the long walk as they voice their pains.
You see young boys, young men raping all these older women, making them to go through extra agony.
Where I'm staying, I will see how the children challenging their parents, maltreat their parents.
Because if you don't take care of your father or your mother, they will die for hunger.
Abuse of older persons is seen the world over as a multifaceted problem affecting millions of people around the world. Sexual, psychological, and financial abuses were some of the challenges COSROPIN, a coalition of societies for the rights of older persons in Nigeria, said the aged are facing. The General Manager of NTA International conveyed the minds of the Director General, Saliu Abdul Hamid Dembos, and where NTA stands in this regard.
Aging. It's a lifetime process that requires action by all stakeholders. And for us in NTA, we are poised to continue to collaborate with you and continue to sensitize the public.
I also want to say to the young people that they should not forget that it is a blessing to honor your parents.
How I think children can be of help to the older persons is by helping out with some house chores that helps the elderly ones to relieve stress.
The group is asking law enforcement agencies to play critical roles while calling on the present administration to enact policy framework and evidence-based response to tackle violence against older persons in Nigeria. The Abuse Awareness Day, what is the essence of this day?
Well, the World Elder Abuse Awareness Day is to create awareness of the abuse older persons are suffering in Nigeria and indeed all over the world, because both in advanced countries and the in developed countries and the developing countries, older persons are being abused, either in institutions, in their families, in different situations where they find themselves. And the abuse is general. So it's not a Nigerian factor. So today, we try to create awareness of this and look for opportunities to discourage such abuses and have dialogues with people to help in watching out to ensure that these abuses are minimized.
Okay, so how do you think the older persons bill, if passed, will take care of the neglect and abuse of older persons in the society?
You recall that the main thrust of the Older Persons Rights and Privilege Bill was to ensure that there is prohibition of discrimination against older persons, stereotyping them, sexism, all forms of discrimination against older persons. The bill was intended to ensure the protection of the rights, privileges, and dignity of older persons so that they can live a more meaningful and quality life in Nigeria. And if you look at Part 1, Section 1 of that bill, it talks about ensuring that no one discriminates against an older person on account of his age or disability. And in fact, it makes it a crime to do so. And all the content of that bill was aimed at ensuring that all older persons are protected and that their rights are preserved and that their dignity restored.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm afraid I may have to cut you now because of time, but thank you for finding time to come to the program and sharing your thought with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. That's the news on NT International. Thanks for being part of it. I am Charles Alpha, and my sign language interpreter has been Anna Alainka.